The question is, what is the biggest challenge to overcome on the path of righteousness, and how do we overcome? The biggest challenge to overcome is the one that is the last to be presented to you. The biggest obstacle is the one that you cannot see. If you're running a race and you can see all the obstacles, you can go past them, you can overcome them. But if you yourself are the obstacle, if you yourself are slowing you down, that's the last thing that you realize. You blame everything else, you blame all the other external factors, but you don't realize that you yourself are the final hurdle. And in this path, the ultimate obstacle is your ego, home. The very notion that I exist is the final thing that you will tackle. When you go on your path, that's the final thing, the last thing that you ever want to look at. You look at everything else. You look in the mirror and you say, oh, I don't look like a religious person, so let me start by doing that. Let me wear the religious clothes and let me dress myself that I can start walking on this path. And then you'll look at your actions and you say, well, I used to do these actions, but all the religious people are doing those actions. All the spiritual people are doing those actions. So you'll do all those things. Then you might look at your diet and you say, the religious people are eating these things and they're not eating those things. So I better stop eating meat and I start becoming a vegetarian. So you start looking at all the temporary things. And at one point, you might convince yourself that you've done it all. I wake up at the right time, I read the right prayers, I wear the right clothes, I know the theory, I can argue my points better than anyone else. I've made it. And that is the biggest obstacle. That is the obstacle that you cannot see, which is the obstacle that you think that you are spiritual. When you think you are spiritual, that is the obstacle that you will not be able to overcome. Because you think you've achieved something. And the purpose of this path is to get rid of I. Time and time again in Gurbani, it says the one who has found the divine is the one who renounces the self, apa gavaye, the one who leaves himself behind. This is a path of introspection. By all means, do all those external things. They will help you. They are tools. They are guidelines. They are things that will help you. When you look in the mirror, you will remind yourself, I'm not who I used to be. This is who I am. When you look at your actions, they're a reminder that this is where I need to head in life. When you surround yourself with the right people, they are reminders. But all of these are just reminders to go inside yourself and deal with that final obstruction. That final obstacle is you. And that obstacle you cannot get rid of. That obstacle the Guru has to grace you with getting rid of. And how do you do that? You surrender that you to the Guru. Give your head to the Guru and say, the Guru, I cannot destroy this ego. I don't even know what this ego is. Even in wanting to destroy the ego, I might be having an ego. So this is why the ego destruction idea is an undertone throughout Gurbani. Because Gurbani is not telling everyone to go out there and kill their ego. Gurbani is telling them how to kill their ego without telling them that the ego is being killed. And how you kill your ego, how you overcome this obstacle, is to do what the Guru is saying, which is to change your mantra from I to you. The reason your ego exists is because every moment of every day you have built that ego with the mantra of I am great, I am this, I am that. You have to change that mantra to you. When you realize that there is no me in reality, that in reality all that exists is you, then you becomes your mantra. Kabir ji says, Kabir tu karta, tu hua, mujh mein raha na hu. How did Kabir get rid of his ego? By saying you, you, you. At every moment, by saying tu hi at every moment, I became you. Tu karta, tu hua. I transformed into you. Mujh mein raha na hu. Nothing was left of me. Jab apa par ka mit gaya, jat dekha tat tu. When the barrier between me and everything else dropped, then all I saw was you. So you cannot overcome that final barrier of you. The Guru can overcome that barrier for you. So you change your very intention of what you want to be. If your intention is self-preservation, the Guru says that's the intention that I want to take from you. I want to destroy you. I want you to kill yourself. I want you to cut your head and come and give your head to me. And that, when you're willing to do that, is when the Guru will take that final obstruction away from you.